Welcome to Built on the Rock Homestead. I hope you're really having a wonderful day. Years ago, I had a friend who, I actually bought my first set of goats from her, my first Nubians. And she's east of me, and she had, a homestead, a little farm that she'd grown up on, and she had a chicken coop. Her dad and then her had goats and everything. But they had this chicken coop with a chicken yard, and she finally decided, she'd inherited the whole thing, and she decided that she needed to sell. It was just too much for her to handle. She had some health issues, and so she decided to sell the property. And so she rehomed all her chickens. I actually took a rooster for a friend who had a friend who needed a rooster. And so, but when I went to get that rooster, when I was visiting her place, she was giving me stuff, and the chicken yard was plain dirt. There was not a single blade of grass, a single plant, nothing. Wall-to-wall dirt. And then a few months later, it was summertime, made another trip out there to pick up something she was selling me or giving me or something. And it was, by now she had no chickens whatsoever, and it was a complete food forest. I mean, there was corn growing in there, Milo growing in there, sunflowers. I mean, it was a jungle, and I was in shock. And her comment was the chickens clearly missed some of the food she'd given them. The only difference was that there was no chickens in there to eat anything that sprouted, and they were allowed to grow. I mean, it was wall-to-wall vegetation in there. It was amazing. And so, obviously, I've got grass and stuff in here. I actually last spring planted some squash and stuff that really didn't do too well. And so I let the goats in here to graze after it became just a massive jungle in here of grass and stuff. But then I eventually removed the goats, and I'm letting the chickens in here. And today, I have stopped feeding pellets because the only layer pellets I can get access to or layer feed is coming to me moldy and clumpy, and I don't want to buy it. That's the only brand available without me driving over an hour. So I bought a bag of sunflower seeds and a bag of oats. And I just opened the oats today, and I came here and I scattered them everywhere. And then I went and got a scoop of sunflower seeds and scattered them everywhere. And that's what these birds are eating. But if they miss something in the springtime, or, it's chilly today, but it's going to warm up, and maybe they'll miss some oats and they'll sprout and produce some more food. That's my thinking, is that I may be growing, by throwing it here and not in a bowl somewhere, that I could be providing future food to the birds if they miss anything. I may not, but you never know. So I just wanted to share that little story of visiting my friend's place and how I feed my birds now. I often will come over here. I even throw things over the fence. I'm standing on one side of the fence from them at the moment, and I will just throw food over the fence. But today I came in here and just scattered it all over the place. And so when you're feeding your birds, if you're not feeding them just pellets, but you're feeding them whole grains or seeds of some kind, think about that. Because if they miss food, it could sprout. And even if it only gets to about, 6 inches or a foot tall, when they discover the plant growing and they eat it, that's still more food. It's still a win. So just wanted to share that with you. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, and that this helps you think about how you raise your animals and what you could do differently. You have a nice day, and God bless you.